Eyes so wide, heart so true. They don't speak yet, but they look at you. Step by step, we guide the way. Word by word, we help them say, yes, it's hard, but we believe every child can learn, can dream. No same rules, no same song, but we've been building all along. From silence deep, a voice will grow. With every smile, the learning flows. We fall, we try, we stand again. We are the voice, we are the pen. Step by step, we guide the way. Word by word, we help them say, yes, it's hard, but we believe every child can learn, can dream. One by one, they find their sound. Because of you, they turn around. Step by step, word by word, little hands, big new world. Eyes so wide, heart so true. They don't speak yet, but they look at you. Step by step, we guide the way. Word by word, we help them say, yes, it's hard, but we believe every child can learn, can dream. No same rules, no same song, but we've been building all along. From silence deep, a voice will grow. With every smile, the learning flows. We fall, we try, we stand again. We are the voice, we are the pen. Step by step, we guide the way. Word by word, we help them say, yes, it's hard, but we believe every child can learn, can dream. One by one, they find their sound. Because of you, they turn around.
Welcome, everyone. That's the ESL live stream. Welcome to all the early birds. We are already 20 on the live stream right here on YouTube. Thank you for joining. We are live as well on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Thank you for joining today. We're going to be talking about, teaching in a great number of students class. It's quite tough. With two, we have been teaching for a good 50 with a good 50 60 students, and we're gonna be joined by one of the moderator of the ESL live stream. Her name is Ibtissem. She is an awesome person, really helping all the time on the ESL live stream. You might have met her in the chat. She's going to be here tonight, hopefully. Kenzie Stu was already here. Um, that's a little hello to all the how to say, early birds. Thank you for watching, guys. And here we go. Let's launch the live.
In the dawn of time, before writing, before civilization, teaching began. The first teachers were the elders, passing knowledge through stories, fire, and survival. From Mesopotamia to Egypt, the first schools were born. Scribes, philosophers, and scholars emerged to shape the world with wisdom. In the heart of Greece and Rome, teaching became an art. Socrates questioned, Plato imagined, Aristotle defined. The foundations of modern education were set. In the East, Confucius taught that education is the path to virtue and harmony. His teachings shaped generations, laying the foundation for lifelong learning and respect. Through dark ages and enlightenment, knowledge survived in monasteries, mosques, and temples, carried by the devoted. The Renaissance brought a new dawn. Books spread knowledge. Teachers became the architects of thought and progress. In the great academies of China, scholars mastered literature, science, and governance, ensuring that education remained the pillar of society. With industry came schools for all. Education moved from the elite to the people, building the workforce of a new age. From war to peace, teachers became the guardians of knowledge, shaping generations and breaking barriers. Today, classrooms transcend walls. Technology, AI, and innovation redefine teaching, but the heart of education remains unchanged. Dedicated teachers lighting the way. Tomorrow's world is unknown, but one truth remains. Teachers will always shape the future. From the first humans to the far future, teaching is the greatest legacy of humankind.
everyone. Welcome on the ESL live stream. Hello, Stu. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, Mike. Yeah, I'm really good. A little bit stormy here yesterday. We had thunder and lightning here in England. Summer is here.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. You know, we would love to have rain in here. We reached 42 degrees. It's incredibly hot, but we had rain a little bit that in the night, this night. But back, Xi'an.
Oh yeah,
It's never enough.
The hot, like in China, there's like the 8 cauldrons they call it, like the witch's cauldron, and Xi'an is one of them. Like just so hot.
Exactly, that's true. Thank you for joining, everyone. That's the ESL live stream. A bunch of teachers, a community of teachers helping each other with their class. And today we're going to be talking about a big number of students' class, how to deal with them. It's really difficult, right? We both know that, Stu, for sure.
Yeah, like lots of countries around the world, like there are, in the UK, there's limits, all around the world, there's limits, but it's very difficult for schools because quite often there's not enough teachers, there's not enough rooms. So they have no choice but to pack in lots of students into classrooms with one teacher, just because of budget limitations or what they have to go with what they've got, have to work with it. So lots of teachers be watching this and they'll be interested about how they can teach better in large classes.
Exactly. And today's guest is Ibtissem. She's a moderator on the ESL live stream, but she's also a good friend of ours, if we can say, because she's very active, right?
Yeah. So Ibtissem was a trainee on my TESOL course. So engaging, always, a joy to work with. So I'm really happy that she's going to be here as a guest finally.
Exactly. That's a great pleasure to have her with us today, especially because she's from Algeria. This is a part of the world that we don't usually have guests, usually from Europe, from China, from America, Canada, and today from Africa. So it's going to be really interesting. Without waiting, we're going to welcome Ibtissem right now on the ESL live stream. Here we go.
Let's welcome today's guest, Ibtissem Meshakra.
Hello, Ibtissem. Let me change a little bit. Here we go. Yeah, never easy. The live, it's always tough. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today. I have the honor. Really, I have the honor to be a participant or a guest here for your live, Mike. It's really adorable. It's really
Welcome.
my first experience. It is my first experience. So
there's always a first time, so don't worry. It's okay. With us, we are usually nice people. We just gotta make it feel comfortable, and you know the rules, right?
Yeah.
You know everything. You always on the live stream. You're a moderator there. It's very important to mention because you're always supportive, and you are one of all our viewers who knows that our tricks and tips work. But it's tough, right? For some of you, can you introduce very quickly yourself so that everybody can know you a little bit, what you're doing, where you're from? That would be great. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So my name is Ibtissem Meshakra. I am from Algeria. I am an English teacher for primary school. I graduated in English in 2008. and I fortunate to get this job of a teacher from 2022. You were aware that the Algerian government authorized teaching English for primary school for the first time. This is the first experience.
right.
Time, yes, for young learners.
Wow.
So yes, this is the first time where we teach English to young learners.
Wow. Okay, that's really interesting. Actually, you know, like looking at different like policy as well, like around the world. Like I did with my masters in TESOL. We looked at that, you know, government policy, and you know, and how it can change. You know, in the winds of change kind of thing. You know, one country they introduce English for children, and then maybe something politically goes on. They pull the plug. And then they don't have it anymore. Yeah. So very interesting. Being new, a new subject for young learners in Algeria. Does that mean that you've got some students that are coming in with no English at all?
Yeah, they don't know at all English. They have they have 8, 9, 10 years old only.
Got it.
Yeah, English have been taught in Algeria for the middle school at the age of 11, 12, 13, 14 and up.
And above, yeah.
Yeah, for students of middle school and high school and now in university.
Well, it's good that Algeria have done that, because it's obviously it's so important to start learning English from a younger age. You know, you get the benefits of, you know, how the brain is in children. They can just soak up this language, so it will be really beneficial to Algerians, you know, going forward, that they're doing this. But yeah, so what's a typical day for you, Ibtissem? You know, what's your day like? What time do you start? You know, how long are the lessons? Yeah, tell us what it's like in Algeria.
Okay, each day I teach several classes with 38 till 40 students per groups. The level can vary. The level can vary within the same class, which makes the planning tricky. I start the lesson with a warm up, like a revision of the previous session, or asking some questions or chants. Next, I present my lesson using visuals or songs. In fact, let's say I try to engage as many students as possible, but within so many, it's hard, it's difficult, it's a challenge for me to give individual attention.
Yeah, absolutely. Just so many students. There's only one of you. You can't be everywhere at the same time, and these are common problems that all teachers have who teach large classes. There's just need more of you, but it's not possible, right? So how can you spread yourself a little bit better? So hopefully we can uncover some of these things in this live.
That's it. And let's go to the next question. We're going to go with what are the biggest challenges that you face in the classroom with 34, 38 students per class? What is the most difficult, challenge? Can you please just describe your common disruptions or students' engagement? What is a challenge for you back there?
For me, the biggest challenge. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, for me, the biggest challenge is keeping students focused and dealing with noise.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's hard to ensure everyone participates,
Mhm.
and also clever, brilliant students dominate, and the others, let's say shy ones, silent ones, keep silent. Weaker ones keep silent. Also, the movement in the classroom, it's so hard
Mhm.
because we have 4 to 5 rows of desks inside the classroom, so the
Yeah.
space is very limited.
Yes.
Mhm.
And you are sorry, and you are alone in the classroom, right? You teach alone. You don't have
No,
assistant.
no, we have not assistant,
Yeah.
and we have have with the teacher of Arabic, have the whole hour of teaching, but
Yeah.
me, I have 45, only 45 minutes. So they can say that, I will say that they can dominate the classroom.
And so you get 45 minutes each classes, right? And how many classes? Because I heard you have 9 classes a week. Is that true? That's it, right?
Yes, yes, I have 9 classes in a week. 3 PS, primary school, 4 primary school, and fifth primary school.
Okay, fifth
Wow,
grade.
it's-
You have
that's a
different
lot of
grades.
that's a
Great.
lot of students every week, right? That you need to
Yeah.
build a relationship with. That you need to get
Yes.
to know them and
Yes.
everything. That's tough.
Yes. And how
Okay.
long do you teach them per week? I mean, for example, grade. You say you have grade 1, right? No.
Yes,
Yes.
I have one. I,
And you have this class. How many classes do you have with one class per week? Is it once a week or twice
one,
or
twice a week.
okay?
I will see. Yes, I will see one group twice a week.
Oh, okay.
So 3 groups of 3 PS, 3 groups of 4, and 3 groups of 4 PS.
Oh, okay, great.
Tricky, tricky. So
Yeah,
this is very normal. Lots of the teachers watching this will be like, "Yep, that sounds like my
yeah,
week." You know, roughly. You know, that number of students, that
yeah,
length of time, the same problems: too much noise, multi-level. Multi-ability within one room,
yeah.
students getting left, feel that they get left out, or they don't want to make mistakes in front of their friends, so they just don't say anything at all. Too much noise, so they can't. A lot of teachers who teach in large classes, they spend most of the class. You've only got 45 minutes, but you might spend like
Oh
10
yeah.
minutes trying to calm down the class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. So you
Yeah.
Yes, I try.
spend
It,
35
Yeah.
it
minutes.
makes me remember when I had grade 5 and 6 in primary school. I always had the assistant. We are lucky. We even if we had like 55 or 60 students in a class, we would have an assistant. So that would help a lot, believe me. But the assistant would take 5 minutes of my class when everybody would get ready, after the bell rang, and then all the students would be she would be starting to pretty much not really shouting on them, but quite very close, trying to get them ready for class. So that was it was I was always waiting, and she starts to put everything up so that they are quiet, ready, and then she would look at me, Mike, you can start. That was really, well, that was something perfect for sure,
Yeah.
because I'm a foreign
Yeah.
teacher teaching English. If I use some of the English words, they wouldn't understand. You cannot tell them. Where we come back to using L1 in the classroom. Sometimes for controlling your class,
Mm.
it's very important for classroom management. So but I could do it myself. But when it's a Chinese teacher, they are more scared of the Chinese teacher than the foreigner, for sure.
Ibtissem, how do you? A quick question: how do you? Because what I want to get from this live is to give some tips
Yeah,
for teachers who have
true.
large classes. Okay, that's fine. These are the same problems. What do I do? So let's start investigating this. So, Ibtissem, how do you start your classes? How do you begin? Are you in the room when all
That's
the
true.
students come in? Are you outside? How does that work?
Yeah, I usually sit in the classroom of the room of
Like the
teacher.
teacher's office or something?
Yeah, office, the teacher's office. I'm waiting for till my session
Yeah.
begins. Then I enter the class, saying goodbye to the teacher of Arabic
Yeah.
because I am the
And your friend
huh?
as well, right?
And then
Yeah, it's your brother.
yeah, then then I start my lesson by saying or welcoming my students or my kids, and getting them feel that English language is here.
So are your
Um,
students already sitting in the room when you arrive into the room? Got it.
yes,
And
yes,
I
All
guess
right.
they've had a
same
break, so when you come in, everything's chaos and noisy, right?
No, they do not change their places. If only if I give them an instruction to make groups, or especially in the session of I read and enjoy, I make them small groups to deal with this session.
Got it. So, and how is their behavior when you come in? Are they quite noisy when you enter the room, or are they quiet waiting for you? I'm just picturing a normal classroom. I'm guessing they're quite noisy
True.
when you walk in.
They waiting for me with fun.
Yeah.
Because an English teacher should be flexible, should be
Yeah,
yes, should
funny.
be let's see, as as a the session of English is so funny
Yeah,
than
It's good that
the
they're
interesting.
having
Arabic.
fun. It's good that they're having fun. This won't work for you, but it might work for other teachers. So often the teacher might be waiting in the room. The students walk in, they're
Yeah.
being noisy, they're being disruptive, and it sets the tone for the rest of the lesson. So if you can,
True.
if for you, Ibtissem, it sounds like it's not possible, but what I always used to do is have the students line up outside of the classroom, and you're waiting
Get
at the
them
door,
silent.
like 3 or 4 minutes early. You're already waiting. They
Yeah.
arrive, and you can start controlling your classes before they enter the room. So you're setting your expectations, what you expect from them. You could let them know at the door what the kind of things you're going to be covering. Get them to calm down, and they're not allowed to enter the room unless they're calm and they're ready and they're listening and they're respectful and quiet. Then lead them in. And by doing that, you're setting the tone of what you expect for the rest of the class. If you do that every single class, like a routine, your classes are going to start better and easier, and you're going to start off with a calm, ready class. So that works really well if you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Thank you.
Yeah, well, with you can't do it because it would mean you'd have to get everyone outside and come back in again. So you can't kind of do that. But you can.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, Mike. Go on.
Yeah, there is. I had the same problem with Ibtissem. All my students were in the class already, and I would enter the class like a showman. They're all waiting. But we were lucky because we had a assistant. So the assistant would
Yes.
get all the students ready before class, but sometimes I would be the first in the classroom. I mean, before the assistant. So what I would do, I would enter and right away write very quickly. It doesn't need to be beautiful. It has to be very effective. When you enter the class, you're good. So mostly everybody is going to be, hey, Micah, they're crazy, you know, because they know it's going to be fun. Like you said, yeah, it's very important that if the kids are very excited because it's in English class, that's the best point. That's a very good point. That means that they are interested. That means they want, you know, so you got to keep it with that. The authority, it's you in here. So what I do first of all, before preparing anything, even getting ready my USB or whatever, if there's a PPT today, I would go right to the board and write the team's number. You know, it's pretty much I get a rank. You know, I get a line of tables, so it's usually 4 rank like that, and I would go team 1 like this, team 2, team 3, team 4, and then I would write right away in here, and I would say good morning team 1, and then they would go good morning Mike, all right, good job, team 1 is very good, all others quiet, please put your hands on your desk. And it's very important to also have those routines, not doing it once but all the time, every time, which means that they're going to remember that they know what's going to happen. And sometimes, you know, they know that I usually say I ask the assistant to translate for me, or I do it myself, you know, L1 again, purpose to use sometimes just to control your class, especially when you have a big number of students. You don't have time to waste. So you got to go sometime with L1. Hold Bobby, it's all that. Oh, okay, let's go. Put your hands on your desk quickly like this, and then they get ready. The first class, oh, okay. Others, you're quiet. Very good. Team 1, say hello, Mike. Good morning. How are you doing? I'm doing good. How about you? And that's it. Right. Good. Team 1, you got 5 points. Give them points very easy, very quickly at the beginning of class, so you can control them after that. You can say, hey, guys, if you're too noisy there, I'm going to erase some points. So be good, because at the end of class, no games. I usually, that's what I do. You know, I have routines in my teaching. At the end of class, is going to be what we've learned is going to be a role play, and then playing a games after they role play. So, you know, that's how I used to do. That's my style. That's my way of my structure. That's what pretty much it. So this is just I wanted to share with everyone, so that they can. We were talking about big numbers of students. We all have that, you know, experience, especially China, right? It's crazy number in the classroom, but yeah. So that was one of the thing you can do, like Stu said, when you have students coming, get them ready. That's what we do in high school or middle school. They come to your class because you have your own classroom as a foreign teacher. So you get your own classroom. So you got to get them wait outside. Well, I don't do that for high school because they don't come and be crazy. You know, the middle schools, they are very famous for, you know, it's a war when you are a middle school teacher. It's really really difficult. So you to get them, a lot of teachers is doing this in our school, where they get, you know, get in line outside the classroom, and that sets the tones, like Stu just said.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know, like Ibtissem, you said that one of your problems was like the dominant students.
Phonics.
Oh yeah, no, we'll
Yeah.
come on to phonics in a minute. But the dominant students, they kind of try to answer every question. They, you know, they not showing off, but you know, they're enjoying it. They're enjoying the language. But what that means for the quieter students, they kind of feel left out, right? I want to, just before I want to investigate this a bit more, but I want to read out for you. In 1994, there was a study of students who were attending large classes. They were part of large classes, and they interviewed the students. So I want to have a look at it from the student point of view within the large classes. And this is some of the things that they had to say. They said there is inadequate contact with teachers and teaching assistants. No one knows I'm here. So students will be at the back and they felt that they were being ignored. Classes are always like a lecture and they're boring. Some students just chat or sleep and the teacher does nothing about it. That's a problem in China often. There is a lack of structure to the lessons. Because I'm shy, this is important, because I'm shy, I felt I blended into the background. So again, you've got the students at the back, they're quiet, they're shy, and they're not being recognized. And the teacher rarely comes to speak to me. So there's a problem with movement around the classes. And from a student point of view, if you're quiet in a large class, you kind of go missing and you fall through the cracks. So Ibtissem, if in your classes, if there's a student or there's a few students that are always giving the answers, what do you do about that?
I don't ignore them, but I will, let's say, delay them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
to speak.
Yeah. Don't answer their question straight away. Maybe look for others or something, right?
I give them the instruction. Please, when you want to speak, raise your hands.
Yeah.
You give opportunities to others, and we learn together. We are here to learn together. So
that's perfect.
they
That's
will.
perfect. So this goes back to
Yes.
what Mike was just saying about routines. So in large, I mean, you need. Sorry, it's my dog's scratching himself and he's right by the door, so his legs keeps hitting the door. Sorry about that. This goes back to
we can hear.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not really in a luxurious hotel. I'm actually like that's a like mysterious.
That's a Zoom effect.
Yeah. So it goes back to routines. Like, have routines for how students come into the class, how you begin the class, how students leave the class. Maybe have a student that is in charge of wiping off the board to clean the board. Have different students to go to collect materials. So you've got all of these routines. And one of the routines that you said, get students to raise their hands and understand. So they will understand that everyone needs to get involved. Do you ever move around the students? So the students are at their desks. Do you ever move students around? Yeah.
I said to them, you will change your places when it is possible, when it is when we have time also, because the lesson have a short time, as I said before. So I sit the brilliant one with the weaker one. I change the places like this to help them to learn together. To learn from each other.
And that is a really good tip as well, because there's only one of you, right? There's only one Ibtissem and there's lots of students. So what you can actually do is with the stronger students, you can maybe after the class get them in a group and say, right, you're going to be my you're going to be like captains. So your job, if you finish an activity first, you can walk around the room and help students and look for problems. So you're kind of creating another teacher by using the students, and so they feel valued. They're not bored. Often the students, they're fast and yell as they finish quickly. They can start chatting. They can put off other students and cause disruption. So by getting those students to be like a captain, to walk around and help, it helps you, and you maximize the resources that are given to you. So that really works well as well. Cool. So you said that you had problems with phonics as well.
Phonics is my nightmare. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys.
It's so important. Sorry, Mike.
So important.
It's important to describe it how you feel, because this is what you don't want you to feel, you know. When it comes to phonics, for me, it was a great fun. I couldn't wait to teach phonics. So, you know, this is
So,
different. It's good to say your feeling because it shows that it's real, right? And we would be glad to help you with that. So, what's the
thank you.
situation with phonics? What's going on? What makes it
So,
so difficult?
phonics.
Mm.
uh Okay, so phonics is difficult because I didn't receive
Like
enough
training. Yeah.
training,
Okay. Yeah. True.
and also, and also the resources I have are
Yeah.
limited.
Yeah.
Okay, so the students or my students need more practice on the
Yeah.
sound,
Uh,
and don't always, and I don't always have the suitable material.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Often, often,
so
often phonics material is kind of like geared up for like 5-year-olds. So it's like
yes.
dog, cat, man, or whatever, and it's very babyish. And you've got primary school students who, you know, they're a bit cool. They don't really want to use it, right?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, they don't know even the
Yeah.
letters. So so to overcome this, I try to use an online videos when possible, huh? And I prepare or practice prepare my own
Hmm.
flashcards, and also practicing sounds as a
Yeah.
group. Uh, yes, I have a blending line like this. C-A-T. I will say to them
Hmm.
C-A-T. Cut,
Mm.
cut, like like
Mm.
a game. So I will put the flashcards in the line, seeking them, and I say to them, "This is C-A-T.
Mm.
Cut, cut.
Mm.
We call cut." I don't have. I didn't receive enough training in
Yeah,
teaching it.
often the alphabet itself can really throw students because, you know, they're learning like A, B, C, D, and they're like, okay, that sound is B. Actually, it's not B, it's B.
B.
Yeah.
It's not C, it's
Yes.
Mm.
K. So, like, this
Yeah.
is a really big problem that lots of teachers can fall into. They teach the alphabet song or whatever, and then it just causes confusion. So I just ignore the alphabet and just work on the letter sounds, like from start to finish. Yeah,
Yes.
that will help you. Yeah, and then you can have like different stations around your room, like letter stations or whatever, and then you can let's say you've got like the like short like cat, man, like pan,
Yeah.
like, you know, jam, and you can have like these like stations, like short A, like long A, you know, like a main, pain, like things like this. And then you can have your students moving around to different stations to practice these sounds and to say the sounds to the rest of the students, for example. And then
Yeah.
making your own materials is excellent, but it's very time consuming, right? Very, very time
Yes.
consuming. So there are some really good free stuff out there that you can just download, keep it. If you can,
Mm.
laminate it. If you've got a laminator machine in your office to put plastic on it, then you can keep it, you can draw in it, you can wipe it off, and it stays in a good condition the whole time. So avoid the alphabet, like CAT. Don't do that. Just always work with the sounds. Yeah, yeah, that
Yes.
will help.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I enjoy phonics, and there's starfall. So if you let me just, write that down. Yeah, just star as in the star in the sky, and then fall as in fall down. One word, starfall, and it's free, and it's got like phonic stories, and it can start off at like very low level, like just single sounds, and then it can work with blends, like, you know, like two sounds together. And yeah, it's really good. It's got cartoons and videos, sounds, and it's completely free. So check out Starfall.
We'll
Yeah.
go that Starfall.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very old, but it's old but gold. I used it when I first started teaching. I still go to it. Yeah, Starfall. That's it. And there's other kind of like phonics, like fun phonics things you can do. Just as like, I had a friend called Matt Zweig. He's a South African guy, and he used to love teaching phonics. And he won Teacher of the Year in China, like maybe about 10 years ago. He won an award, Teacher of the Year. He was like so like creative, and he got pot plants. Do you know, like a little plant, you've got the soil, you plant the seed, it grows a thing. So he got these seeds that were quite big, and he wrote on a pen like G or H or I, like the sounds, and he planted the seed. And he got the students there plant the seeds, and he labeled the plant pots in his room. And as the seeds grew and they got bigger, he would hang words on the G plant. He would hang little words like G words, and he just made learning so much fun, and so it's just phonics stuff. So big shout out to Matt Zweig. Yeah, I miss you, buddy.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it remembers me. I was looking, I was using a book all the time for phonics. One book that I love, really enjoy teaching it. It's got CD. It doesn't, for now. I still say it was funny. The other day I was checking my WeChat. I never check WeChat moments. And then I fell down as I saw one of my old Chinese colleague teachers saying, "Oh, meet Uncle Craig's phonics." Mink, Uncle Craig's. Uncle Craig is also. I'm gonna write the name here, and also the link, so you can find the book on Amazon. Nothing to deal with me. It's just I was just thinking, and I know just search it, and I found it on Amazon for teaching phonics. They are like what, 6 books maybe. I think there are 5 6 books, and it's the first level is going to be quite basic, but it's really interesting the way he brings it, because you get videos, you get a lot of stuff you can the kids can review at home. Is really interesting, and the way he teaches, like, especially in China, we have that kids, when they call your name, for example, my name is Mike, right? So they always gonna say Mike, and so you add that sound that in phonics is called the schwa sound, and it's a very interesting sound, which is in the English language, and it's I think Uncle Craig is from Britain for sure. I'm not sure, but I was super surprised he was back in. He's very famous in China. He had, I mean, not famous in a way he's on socials, but his book is really golden for sure, and I've been using it for a very long time, more than 5 years for sure. So really, I really recommend to all the teachers who are online, even to you, Ibtissem, to try that Uncle Craig's phonics. Very funny, a lot of TPR as well in his video, and the way he teaches phonics quite makes sense. He's gonna go with. It's not gonna be teaching ABC, especially might be for the first book, but all other books he's gonna be teaching. All the vowel sounds, A, E, I, O, U. So you get the long A, short A. So it's really, it makes sense. I like stuff that has structure, so it's, students as well, because you got to put yourself into your students' shoes. I think, that you get books, phonics book, that, for example, this one I hate is the one from Oxford. It's it's just a mess. I mean, inside it, if I was a kid, I had no idea where to start. I had no idea what to start learning or how to learn it, you know? And it seems like you can see in all our groups that we have in Tefl Lemon on WeChat, they're all asking Oxford phonics just
Yeah.
because maybe it's Oxford. But I'm sorry, the book for me, you know, for my brain set as a teacher, I need to see things clear because if it's clear for me, I'm thinking of the students
Mm.
opening this book, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just, you don't know where to start. It's really, how to say, you can misunderstand some stuff. It has not to be too difficult, especially for grade 1, 2, and 3. Grade 4, 5, 6, yeah, that could be working. But I've been using that book, Oxford, but I could see. That's why I say it. You know, I could see the difference with the book I was using from Uncle Craig's Phonics and Oxford book, which is, to tell you the truth, the content is pretty much the same.
Mm.
It just doesn't make sense sometimes, you know, especially well, that's what I think. Well, pretty much. Well, that's just helping everyone here with giving some books that I use that I'm happy with the kids are happy, and is not being happy, of course, is they have results. That's it, you know, efficiency. But that's also my style, you know. You can, maybe some teachers gonna love to I didn't find maybe the way to teach that Oxford book,
Mm.
you know. It's
Mm.
also something very important. Doesn't mean the books is bad, but for me, no, not for me. For others, maybe yeah, they can see the structure. Me, no, you know.
Ibtissem, so you've got lots of students in your class, right? Do you have a problem with space? Yeah, like moving around, like getting the do you feel quite cramped in your room?
Yeah, in my classroom we have, as I said before, 4 to 5 rows of desks. I cannot move the tables or the desks to even to make groups. I will say to them, turn around and make groups. I cannot move on between the rows.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So you can't walk down the rows. It's like kind of like this, very 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 tight.
Uh-huh. And I always sitting on the middle of in front of them on
You've got like an aisle, so you can walk down the room, or
yeah,
you can't.
I can't. So I see all of them. Mm.
Yeah. So you've got like students in the middle of the classroom, in the middle of the row, and there's no way you can get to them.
Yes.
That's
So
really tough. Yeah.
uh, I especially when I distribute for them worksheet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will. I say to someone to help me to distribute.
To pass them down. Yeah. Well, that's the most common sense thing, you know. Oh, here's the sheets, pass them down. Again, you're using what you've got. The limited stuff you've got, you're just using it well. Please pass it down. I'm just thinking over the whole academic year, if you're in the middle of the row, in the middle of the class, and you can't get to that student and check that student, do you ever, like, every week, like, move all of the kids around so that students get a turn to be at the end so you can help them?
Yes.
Do you do that?
Yeah. I walk around in a way. In a limited way.
Yeah.
So I try to reach everyone. Even I call them by names. Hi, I say I see you. I use my body language also. I see you. I
Yeah,
see
that's
you.
excellent.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Just keep the students engaged so they don't feel that
Very
they're
important.
being forgotten. Right? You bring up something that I really wanted to talk about in this live. It's so important to learn names
Yes.
in any class, but especially in large classes, because let's say you've got just. I'll tell you a story. I was teaching in China. I had a student down the back, and he was constantly talking.
Mm.
And I was quite new. I didn't know their name, and hey, you, stop talking, please, stop talking. And they didn't, because I didn't know their name. They're not looking at me. They're like that, talking, and hey, you, stop talking. And they just kept talking. And it was my fault because I didn't know their name. And so I learned their name. I'm like, Zhang Ye, stop talking. Like,
Yes.
because I knew their name, and it helped me to control the class much better. So if you're a teacher watching this and you've got large classes, put extra time into learning student names. So
Yes.
how do you do that? That's time. You've got 350 students, right, Ibtissem? That's a lot of names.
A lot of names, yes. But I remember all of them.
So how did you do that? What ways did you use to remember names?
Names. Before I get to my class, I review I check the lists,
Yeah,
the healthy files, or their academic files,
yeah.
their parents, their job, their parents' job, their name, their
Just
names.
like the register, like the name lists, right? So you have a look at the name list before class, and you're
Before,
reminding yourself, you're looking, you're reminding again.
yeah,
Yeah,
before,
yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
I
We did it.
divide them in girls, boys. So I remember them.
No, that's excellent. That's the point I wanted to make.
Yes.
The number one, the importance of learning names for classroom control. It's great, but also to make the student feel that they're not being left out, that you do know their name, they are important to you, because it's so important to learners, especially ones that aren't so confident. They're shy, they don't know English very well. Hey, Susan, how are you today? You okay? And they're, yeah, I'm good. So it's important that we learn their names, but we have to put in work to do that. Like you say, look at the name list, remind yourself before the class,
Yeah.
who are the children that you're going to be doing with, where are they sat normally, and all of these ways that you can help to learn the names. Good Ibtissem, I like it. I like that very much. Yeah. You were listening. You learned Unit 16 in the TESOL course, like a whole section how to learn names.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but I wish I had 350 students, because I had 6 classes a day during 5 days, and I had 2 levels. And man, I can't remember. First, they're not gonna give you the list of the names, because it's all in Chinese. It's so difficult, man, to read these names, right? But they had English names, so we had to put, little, what you can do when you have too much students like me. I had around 1,000 students to teach in a week, so we had like cards. Every time they had cards with their name tag, which is called name tag. They would have name tags on the desk, which is far better. Sometimes, if you can't remember their name, just ask them to write their name tags, or you can get them ready as well. They would be happy as a gift. So yeah, sometime, because I know that a lot of teacher in my case, and I would like to say hello to Cyrus, one of my ex colleague in Jinkai #1 school. We used to be all together teaching, and we used to have a lot of classes like crazy. Yeah, that was tough. 6 classes a day, 5 days a week. Oh man, 2 levels for me, that's fine. But when you have, I know that my brothers as well, other teachers, they had 3, 4 levels to care of, so it was really tough, really tough. So name tag would be great as well, would be great, because you're never gonna remember their names except maybe about the middle of the semester.
Yeah, right. It takes time, but
Yeah.
you must invest the time to do your best. You're not going to remember let's be honest. You've got like
Because
Ibtissem,
yeah, you're gonna remember them. Yeah,
just do your best.
you're gonna
Make
remember them because of their character. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They are
Yeah.
small. They are
Do
funny.
your
They are,
best.
yeah.
That's the amazing thing about being a teacher, right? You've got all of these students. They're all different individuals. Funny, shy, smart, you're naughty. You've got all of these like behaviors going on in your class, and it's what makes being a teacher so special, you know, and how to manage it. Okay,
There's
so
another
yes,
question. Yeah, question 7.
7.
what motivates you
Question
to keep
7.
going? Even it should be up there on the so yeah, I'll read it out. What motivates you to keep you going? You know, it's very difficult. Sometimes you probably don't want to go to
Even with the
school.
conditions.
Yeah, but even when the
Yeah.
are tough, right? So what keeps you going?
So, guys, you are going to make me cry.
Oh, sorry.
No way. That's not the point.
So, it's me. What makes me motivated is seeing a small progress in my students when they remember a word, when they say the correct sentence with
Yeah.
right pronunciation. It makes me proud.
Yeah.
It makes me proud. It makes me
And
feel
what do you
happy.
do? Yeah.
I also feel responsible to get them have a good start in English.
Yeah.
I reward them by stories, short stories,
All
short,
right. Cool.
yeah, short texts to read them in when they are coming back to their homes, and when they getting in my class, they read it aloud. This is make me
All right.
feel. This
That's
is make.
excellent. Yeah, that's really
That's the
good.
reward.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
Yeah.
so good to hear.
Yeah.
You know, like a passionate teacher that cares so much about students, you know, and giving some work to go home like, as a reward, you know, and like practicing it, come in, you're connecting the
yeah,
home with the school. So
yeah,
they're going home, they're reviewing, they're coming back. You've got the warmer to review the lessons before. It all connects up.
yeah, yeah.
You've got this chain going on, and it's textbook
That's awesome.
perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
very impressive. Just
They make. Yeah.
see, Mike, I told
And
you she.
the
Yeah, like
yeah.
yeah,
I
really
I
good.
feel proud when I feel proud when a small Algerian kid talk in English or speak even a few sentences. I feel very proud
Yeah,
because
that's wonderful.
That's
Yeah, and
yeah.
you're giving your students who this is new to them. You know, but in Algeria before it was middle school and up, and they'd only begin in middle school. But now you're giving them
It's
such
gonna
an
get better.
advantage. Yeah, that you're and what you're doing, you're planting a seed. You're giving passion for
yes,
learning this language. So
yes,
they're going to be passionate about it, and when they get to middle school, they're liking it already.
yeah,
And
yeah,
future generations of Algerians are going to be able to
yeah,
go around the world and chat to people. You know,
yeah.
very very wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So actually, it's always a place I've wanted to visit.
You know, this is all about the love. Mm. All about the love. Teaching with your heart is something is the most important thing, because you know, this is not only your job, it's your passion, just like us.
Yes.
Who's going to stay on Saturday, Sunday in front of the camera talking about, classroom management, lesson plan, and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
You know, this is the passion. We love it. So that's why we're here, right? We are all on the same line.
Yeah.
You know, teaching is one of the most beautiful job in the
Well,
world.
yes.
And you got to be proud, and you got to keep on
Yeah.
going, because you're on the right. God is going to thank you for that.
Listen, we're coming to the end of the live now. So how can people get in? How can
Yeah.
people get in contact with you? You know, you're on social media. How can people say hello to you?
Yeah. So I have only
I got the
Facebook and Instagram.
Instagram, maybe. Yeah. Oh,
And
okay.
Facebook.
Instagram would be
Yeah,
great.
that's it. I have only this social
Yeah,
media.
they're really
Yeah, but you are
wonderful.
sharing some tips and tricks
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's very important for
Yeah.
teachers. That's awesome. So maybe because it's the end for sure. So something that you want to say, not to us, but to teachers around the world, that having maybe that is difficult to work on it. If you have something, a little advice that you might give them, if you get an
Yeah.
idea, maybe.
So
It's always difficult, that question.
say all teachers don't give up. Don't give up. Uh,
That's it.
use what you have. Use what you have. Your voice, your body language, even your small simple materials. Oh, even your small
The environment.
simple and small materials.
Yeah.
Focus on making your lessons fun and your students engaged, and also even small efforts makes a big difference.
Wonderful. Well said. Well, very well said.
Thank you so much. Yeah, well said. Thank you, Ibtissem. That was awesome to have you on the platform. You are the moderator on Mike's Home ESL, and what a quality moderator we have here. She never asked for being a moderator. I gave her the permission because she's a very nice person. Always good words, good questions. One of the best students in the live stream. We're gonna say, but also a good teacher
Thank you.
for sure.
Thank you. You
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ibtissem. A big shout out. Thank you. So it's gonna be time. Wish you all the best too. You wanted to say something, to say goodbye to Ibtissem?
Yeah, just thank you for following what we do for so long. You're an inspiration to English teachers all around the world. So a big thank you, and please come back to come on the show again.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you again, and see you. We are always here in Mike, in Mike's home ESL.
Yeah, see you
No
again next
problem.
week.
Mike's home. Yes. Yeah, next week. For sure. Hopefully, we're going to be here. That's the end of the semester. A lot of teachers are feeling like it's going to be, time to rest. So, but we'll be here. I'm going to be back home as well. Stu, I guess you're going to be going around for this summer vacation.
No, yeah, well, we're not planning to travel anywhere. We've got like a few day trips planned for the summer, but yeah, we're going to be staying here in Brighton.
Good.
Okay.
And you, Ibtissem, as well? You planning a little bit of
For
rest?
this summer holiday, I will prepare for my child BM summative assessment for the next year, inshallah.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful.
Okay, wish you all the best. And then, like you said, inshallah, right?
Wonderful. All right, yeah. Take care of Ibtissem. I'll see you soon.
Thank you. Take care. Okay. See
Cheers.
you again.
Bye.
See
Bye.
you.
Goodbye.
Much love. Bye
Goodbye.
bye.
How great was that?
Awesome. She's so lovely.
So passionate, and then
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff about
Um,
the large classes, she's already doing it. And, you know, a lot of the ideas that I had, she's already doing it. She's already taking it all on board, and so yeah, very impressed.
Education take time. Education takes time. Is not what you're starting is just, you put the seed and it's gonna grow. It's gonna
Mhm.
grow
Yeah.
beautifully. It's gonna be a beautiful tree, believe me. It's just take
You,
time.
but you've
That's
got to
all.
water the
And
tree.
you cannot
You've got to
be
water the tree, Mike. You know,
very,
you've got to put in the effort.
yeah,
And then she's putting in the effort. Like, she's creating her own materials. She's thinking about it. She's giving stuff at home. She's connecting work at home.
exactly.
She's doing everything right. So she's watering the tree. You know, if you don't water it, it's not going to grow.
Exactly. Exactly. That's beautiful.
Oh, what
Brilliant
a phrase that was.
imagery. That's true. And that's what I was teaching these days. French poetry using AI where I'm working. We are lucky to have tools that can work in the classroom,
Yeah.
right? And experimenting these days. I don't know if you guys have been watching, but I've been real time, real experiment with AI. I did a PBL. I'm still doing it. It's not over. I can't wait for the day where they have to present, because I've put a lot of efforts in it for teachers to try, to show you how to use AI. This is not Chat GPT. This is Mike GPT, because I'm not going to let it work all the things, right? It's not possible to let AI taking care of your classroom, because it's not human, doesn't know your students. One funny thing that I've been experiencing is the students in the class, they would always be like, "Hey, Mike, why are you filming?" There are high school students, so they were like, "Mike, why are you filming in a class?" I just, don't worry, your face you can see it in the video. You can see in the video kids asking why you. One of the students were asking, the ones who are not very confident, maybe, or they don't feel like, oh, I can do my, because the camera is in the back, is in their back. So so I'm trying stuff out for helping teachers, showing them how to still manage and use AI in the classroom. And don't worry, it's not going to replace you.
Mhm.
No, no way. I don't trust this, at least for the next 10 years, because AI is still retarded in dealing with your students, because he doesn't know who they are. Of course, you can give them maybe more prompt. This is all about prompting, how the students behave in the class. You can, but you're not going to watch all your students' behavior during the whole class, when you get 20 kids in the classroom. So it can do some part of the work. That's what I'm showing into this PBL adventure using AI. So feel free. I'm going to put the link into the description below. Trying this, sharing at the same time. Everything is free. All the what I've been doing, the prompts, everything is there. You can even ask me some stuff, because I might forget some important stuff on the way, like I did rubrics according to international, way of teaching languages. So I want to make it like very, very professional, very especially for my students, because they're going to go abroad soon. So feel free to check out this very interesting stuff that I never did before. It's really, really, really different. Feel free as well to go and on YouTube to subscribe to my dear co-host, Stu from Tefl Lemon. Any new stuff coming up?
Yeah, so we've got I just
I'm
a
putting
lot
the
of the
link.
shorts that from these lives, a lot of like kind of like impactful shorts that if like 1 minute long, you can just grab
Great.
something quickly. So yeah, please do
Yeah.
subscribe. Yeah, and also if you're a teacher, go visit my website is tefllemon.com. Loads of speaking activities, loads of warmers, loads of listening activities. It's all for free, and you can go there and check out that as well.
Yeah, I don't have the link, right?
No,
You can
I
put the
gave
link
the link
into
for that. It's just tefllemon.com for your teaching ideas and games. And if you want to do a course, you can go to Tefl Lemon courses and you can get TESOL qualified using my course. And one of module 16 is all about teaching large classes. Tips, strategies, things to avoid, things to think about. And if you teach large classes, study that module and you'll become a better teacher.
Here it is. The link is in the description. Feel free to join us on the ESL live stream. It's every Saturday. Thank you to all of you for watching us on Facebook, YouTube, as well on Instagram. Might be ended already on Instagram, but yeah. So I want to say thank you, Stu.
Cheers, Mike. Yeah,
have a nice weekend,
and you try to stay away from that Xi'an
and
heat because it's hot. Yeah.
oh yeah, oh it is, man. It's crazy hot.
Cool, man.
Thank
See you
you,
later, Mike.
Stu. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Cheers. Bye. Yeah, I'm not going right now because I wanted to share something with you without bothering Stu. I didn't tell him, but I'm always working in that AI, and these days I'm very sad with what is going on in this world, especially kids. When it comes to students, to children, in all these wars, and I'm a metalhead. I'm someone who loves rock and roll. I'm a metalhead, and I always wanted, when I left France to China, I was playing in a band, and this is something that really that misses me a lot, because when something was making me upset, I would always go with that music, and I would be relief from my other part. It's a lot of people have been asking if I was caring about whatever, if the earth getting warmer, all the wars in this world. I do care, of course. And when it comes to students, to children, I got 4 children myself, and then when it comes to children, I've been trying, thinking all the time how to teach better, to make kids have fun in the classroom. And today, when I arrive at this point, wars around the world and what's happening in Gaza makes me really, really, really sad. And I wanted to let you know that what's going on there is not something that makes me happy at all. And I love creating music. So, I created, nobody knows that. It's just a news, except Stu. He knows what I've been doing with this band. I created a band called Noisy Rats. It's a very it's all of a story too, because I used to be playing in a band back in France, and you can go check out. This is a YouTube channel where it's all metal music, nothing to deal with education. But when I got pissed off, I know that sometimes I cannot say it on the live stream, but when it comes to that point, it's I want to do something. I want to shout. I want to, even if it's difficult to do something. So I created this song. It's pretty much an album. There are a lot of songs on it. And I'm going to let you listen to that song. I wish that all of you teachers in this world keep on doing what you're doing, like Ibtissem was just saying. Keep that teacher heart. Life is not easy. We don't know what's going to happen next with what is going on in this world. But obviously, we have to take care of our children. They're the future of humanity. They are the future. What are we giving them these days? Why are we doing this? I think humanity can't learn from its mistakes. The story keep on repeating, and that makes me crazy. So really, guys, this is another part of me that I don't really often show you, but you gotta say, I'm really sad inside. And even if sometimes I gotta, cheer you up, sometimes music cheer me up. And I'm gonna share you with this song, which is in English. It's in French and in English, but this one is in English. It's called "Children of the Dust," and it's all about what happened in this part of the world. And I support Palestine, and I really say it for sure: free Palestine. And kids really needs to know what is love. What's written here: need books, not bombs. That was sorry if I disturb you with what I'm saying right now. That was from Mike's home ESL, guys. Children of Dust by Noisy Rats. Thank you, guys.
Beneath the drones, they sleep in fear, a shattered toy of falling. Children of dust will rise again. 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 Children of dust will rise again.
No